Hello and welcome to the post-match show of the second T20 International of Transgroup presents Bank Al Fallah Pakistan versus South Africa Women T20 International Series 2024. It was a brilliant show by Team Pakistan. Everything that they missed in the first T20, it was like lessons learned quite quick. With me, I have Kainat Imtiaz. Kainat, a brilliant performance and an all-round performance by Team Pakistan.
Absolutely, what a game it was. Who would have believed Pakistan scored the highest, and also after that they have just won miraculously. I mean, it was an amazing game all out. If you talk about batting, if you talk about bowling, it was an outstanding play.
We were talking about approach, how the approach should be, how the players should bat in, and we spoke about that approach, how the players should apply themselves. And Muniba started off with a brilliant intent and the kind of positive intent that she showed. Maybe she was unlucky in the first match, the way Naidu just caught her with that brilliant catch of hers. This time around, Muniba got the chance and she showed what her potential is. We have seen Muniba chipping in on and on in the past as well, and she's been really consistent with that.
Absolutely, she has been a brilliant player after, even as she has also scored 100 in T20 International as well. So if you talk about Muniba, if you talk about Gulfiroza, they all have chipped in, started off with a great approach. This is the approach needed going forward in the World Cup. If we had this intent, there is no way we won't reach the top 4 or the finalist.
When we talk about modern cricket, this is the first thing that we keep listening. Intent, positive intent. And that has always been the flaw with Team Pakistan, that they don't show that kind of intent. But this time around, we even saw 6 sixes in the inning, and they were trying to score big and just captivate and capitalize on the inning that they've got. I'm talking about how Fatima Sana just batted down the order with all that poise and energy. Is that the trickle-down effect of the energy that Fatima Sana has that we can see in the team right now?
Absolutely. As we spoke about it earlier as well, that she is going to bring that energy on the field with her performance as well. So back-to-back scoring for Fatima Sana, showing her character. She came one step ahead of Alia Riaz to bat and showed how the batting should be, the intent should be. So this is one approach Pakistan need to apply, an intent in every game so that they reach this 170 mark, because this is always difficult in T20 International.
And maybe this change was required, this batting order change was required, that Fatma Sana coming before Alia so that they can charge at the right time. Because in the first T20I, they did charge. You could see Fatima and Alia just trying their best till the last ball, but they could not reach the target because it was way too much to reach to. But this time around, just bringing Fatima at the right batting position, maybe now they are getting into their mojo.
Absolutely. This is what this series is all about, to get that right playing 11 in the right positions as well. Fatima Sana should be promoted up because she has that character, and as being the captain as well, she has to bat somewhere in the middle so that she can carry on the innings and build up that momentum that Pakistan needs, as she has played exceptionally well, playing all over the ground, hitting those sixes. And especially I would like to talk about the running between the wicket of Fatima Sana, that she's not leaving any of the twos from the boundaries, which is absolutely important, because that creates a sense of panic on the other side. So South Africa always is little panicked when Fatima Sana is batting, because she's never leaving those twos and threes on the field.
And how much panicked are they when Alia Riaz is there, pinch hitting here and there, the kind of power that she has. She has shown that on and on. The pinch hitting power that Alia Riaz possesses is really important for Team Pakistan, because they're going to the T20 World Cup.
Well, yes, it seems like Alia has switch on and off button by herself, that she can bring on that powerful side automatically, because in the last over she literally started from the very first ball to hit over the boundary and for those sixes. So yes, this is going to be important. This combination that Pakistan team is getting at the moment, it will be very important as we go in the World Cups.
Yes, setting the highest T20I total, this would be a big morale booster. And you could see that while Pakistan started bowling as well. Sadia Iqbal was brilliant while bowling, and she knew where to bowl, and she knew her places where to bowl.
Well, she is keeping her head down, Sadia Iqbal, and just bowling on the right areas. She knows where to bowl, and she exactly knows what the weaknesses are of South Africa. As we have played a lot of series with South Africa, Sadia Iqbal is now very confident while bowling to them, especially, and this confidence is definitely going to help her in the upcoming games as well.
And something really important that we saw while Pakistan was bowling, that they did not let the partnership build up. They did not let the partnership get stronger. After different intervals, they got wickets of South Africa, and they just kept breaking the partnership, which were dangerous at some point of time.
I would say that this is good change of bowling, and by Fatma Sana, as the captaincy was on point, the fielders were on point, they were all gelling in together to just save all those boundaries and singles, and the bowling changes was very important because they kept on changing. They didn't let any of the batters be set on the crease. There was a chance where Sunelise and Chloe Tryon were charging, but again the bowling line and length of each and every bowler, except for few, of course, there are always bad balls, but apart from that, it was on point by all the bowlers.
There was a pretty dangerous partnership, Sunelise and Tryon. They were just charging, and they were just, it seemed at one point that they would just cross the line or they would make it. But talking about Fatma Sana's injury, I hope she's well and she'd be available for the next match. But her injury and then Muniba coming in as the captain.
This is just something very unfortunate that happened, injury of course, but again there was another opportunity came for Tasmia Ruba because it was something that she did not expect. She was just sitting outside 1 minute, and the other minute she's bowling 4 overs for Pakistan, the new debutant. So this is some amazing opportunities that came along the way, and the way Rabab bowled on right line and length, just keeping the head down and bowling on one area. So that was remarkable as well.
Not bowling 4 overs, not just bowling 4 overs, bowling the last over as well. A debutant coming in place of an injured captain, and then just keeping herself calm and bowling that last over showed some substance that this girl has.
Absolutely, some character and performing under pressure. Just imagine how important this will be for her career, that in her debut match, she has bowled the final over and the Pakistan won that game. So this is absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure there is lots and lots of games coming ahead for Tasmia as well.
But we hope that Fatma Sana is fine and she would be there in the third T20I, because we cannot miss her action, especially when the team is ready for going to the T20 World Cup. We were just surprised that there was a change of a captain right before this event, and now we cannot afford any more change.
Yeah, we're just hoping that Fatma comes back as strong as she has been playing. Might not be the next game, but definitely for the World Cup. And we're just hoping, hopes high, that Pakistan wins the next game as well, as this one has tied the series, and next one will be very important for both the teams.
So yes, series is 1-1, and the all-important third T20 International that will be played day after tomorrow on the 20th of September. And how much pressure would be there for a must-win match, because Pakistan wants to win this series and so does South Africa. So talking about the third T20 International, it will be played here at the Multan Cricket Stadium, and this match will start early on. This would be a day match, so this would be starting at 10 p.m. And if we talk about this match, the third T20 International, how should Pakistan approach this match, and what should be their game plan?
Exactly the same way they have approached the game today. If they're batting first, they should go all out with all confidence, because this is the last game before the World Cup starts, and this will be a morale boost for each and every player. Whoever is playing the next game, it will be very important for them to gain all the confidence for the games coming ahead.
Looking at today's match, your series prediction?
I think Pakistan will win the series.
Pakistan would be winning the series. This would be a very big morale booster for Team Pakistan before going to the T20 Women's World Cup. And let's see how Pakistan performs in the last T20 International. That would be played a day after, on the 20th of September. And just make sure it is on the 20th of September, and it would be played at 10 a.m. So make sure that you tune in rightly in time. And this is all. Thank you, Kainat. Thanks a lot.
Thank
This
you.
is all from Multan Cricket Stadium. Savira Pasha signing off.